Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that every single element of your reality, from the people you encounter to the opportunities that flow toward you, was lovingly crafted by your own intentions. That the life you're living now is not a random series of events, but a direct reflection of your deepest beliefs, desires, and vibrational signature. If the idea of waking up to such profound self-empowerment resonates with you, go ahead and tap that like button right now. By doing so, you're sending a powerful ripple into the universe, signaling your commitment to co-creating an abundant reality. There's a hidden framework at work in the background of your life, guiding outcomes, relationships, and circumstances toward you. It's been waiting in plain sight, yet most people move through their days on autopilot, unaware of the creative force they wield. Today, you're going to learn how to consciously step into that creative role. You're going to discover the spiritual foundations of manifestation and the subtle art of bringing your desires into form. Later on, I'll reveal a deceptively simple shift, one that transforms even the most stubborn resistance into a magnetic attractor for your dreams. But first, let's explore the awakening journey itself, the journey that turns you from a passive witness into the empowered architect of your own existence. The first spark of awakening often comes as a gentle nudge, an uncanny synchronicity, a dream so vivid you wake in awe, or a moment of deep inner knowing that whispers you are meant for more. Maybe you've experienced a string of coincidences so uncanny that you can't dismiss them as mere chance. That's your soul's invitation to investigate. That's the universe tapping you on the shoulder and asking, "Are you awake yet?" And if you haven't yet listened, this moment is your call. By leaving a comment below sharing the most powerful synchronicity you've ever experienced, you're anchoring this video's energy into your reality, and you'll be supporting this channel's mission to awaken the collective. As you begin questioning the nature of your reality, you start noticing patterns. You see how certain thoughts precede specific experiences. You feel how a moment of gratitude opens doors you never thought possible. You realize that self-doubt and fear have been quietly scripting traditions of limitation in your life. You begin to see that your beliefs are not merely passive ideas, but energetic signatures that summon matching frequencies from the quantum field. Think about it. What if your everyday thoughts are like radio stations broadcasting signals to the universe? Now, here's a truth that will transform the way you view your own power. Every thought, every emotion, and every word you utter is a creative act. You are constantly issuing invitations to the universe. But most of us have been issuing outdated invitations, fearful, anxious, uncertain, and then wondering why we're not receiving the life we secretly yearn for. So, how do we retune this creative frequency? How do we shift from sending out an anxious plea for validation to broadcasting a clear, confident signal of abundance? Stay tuned, because in just a bit, we'll explore a shift so subtle it can slip right past your conscious mind, yet so potent it will realign your entire vibration. When you first embark on this path of conscious creation, it can feel overwhelming. You might wonder if it's all wishful thinking, or worse, some new age scam. But manifestation isn't about wishful thinking. It's about aligning with universal laws that have been quietly operating since the beginning of time. The law of cause and effect tells us that every action, seen and unseen, ripples into reality. The law of vibration shows us that like attracts like. And the law of inspired action reminds us that we're not passive dreamers. We're active participants who must cooperate with divine guidance. You'll see how understanding these principles can liberate you from feeling like a victim of circumstance and transform you into a co-creator with the universe. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to pause the mental chatter and place your hand over your heart. Feel the gentle rise and fall of each breath. Allow yourself to sink into this present moment. If you're still with me, drop a heart emoji in the comments to anchor your intention of being fully present. By engaging in this small ritual, you're not only strengthening your energetic alignment, you're also helping this community grow stronger in awakened presence. Let's talk about resistance, the subtle friction that stands between today's reality and tomorrow's dream. Resistance can show up as procrastination, self-sabotage, even as a deep-seated belief that you're unworthy. It whispers quiet doubts that grow louder over time. What if I fail? What if this doesn't work? What if I'm not enough? Unless we shine the light of awareness on these limiting beliefs, they remain hidden puppeteers, pulling the strings behind the scenes. The first step in dissolving resistance is to notice it. When doubt bubbles up, observe it without judgment. Give it a name. You might catch yourself thinking, here's doubt, here's fear, and by naming it, you're already loosening its grip. Now, here's the secret shift I mentioned earlier. It may seem too simple to be revolutionary, but it's the moment most people miss. When you notice resistance, instead of spinning an inner dialogue, gently direct your focus to what you do want. Imagine a dial on your inner radio tuner. Resistance sets the dial to static. Clarity and vision slide it to a clear frequency. So, when you catch yourself in doubt, gently think, I'm grateful for the possibility of, and fill in your desired scenario. This small pivot rewires neural pathways and signals the quantum field that you're now ready to receive. Practice this pivot daily and watch how your external reality begins to shift. Have you tried this shift yet? If you have, share in the comments what scenario you pivoted toward. If not, don't worry, there's still time. And if this is resonating, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way, you won't miss when I share more of these subtle yet seismic shifts in consciousness. You'll be part of a living community dedicated to awakening and creation. Now, let's explore the practical side of manifestation, visioning and feeling. Visualization alone, without emotion, is like planting a seed in barren soil. The soil needs nourishment, and emotion is the fertilizer. When you vividly imagine your desired reality, engage all your senses. See the colors, smell the scents, hear the laughter, taste the sweetness of success, feel the texture of the experiences, and sense the surge of joy in your heart. Then amplify it with heartfelt gratitude, as though it's already here. Gratitude signals completion, bridging the gap between the imagined and the real. You might wonder, doesn't this feel like pretending? Is that even authentic? Great question. Authentic manifestation isn't about pretending you already have what you desire. It's about aligning your current vibration with the frequency of that desired reality. It's tuning your frequency so the universe can hand you what matches. Pretending can indeed feel forced if you're disconnected from how you truly feel. Instead, find genuine appreciation for the smallest blessings you already have: your breath, your heartbeat, the roof over your head. Cultivate appreciation until it becomes a genuine undercurrent in your daily life, and then use that bridge to step into gratitude for what's coming. This practice of visioning and feeling also rewires the subconscious. Repetition imprints neural pathways, making your inner world align with your outer one. That's why daily rituals, whether sitting in meditation, journaling your gratitude, or doing a quick 60-second vision burst, are so powerful. They're the daily acts of faith you perform to rewrite your story. And over time, your story becomes the ground from which your life flowers. Right now, if you feel called, pause for a moment and imagine your heart's deepest longing. Picture it as vividly as you can. Hold that image for 30 seconds. Let it light up every cell in your body. As you do so, drop a comment describing one small detail you saw in your vision. This simple act of sharing your vision not only cements it within your own psyche, but also uplifts everyone witnessing your journey. As your vision practice deepens, you will likely encounter blocks, old wounds, ancestral patterns, or karmic heaviness. Don't fear them. Instead, treat them like a treasure map. Each block is signaling an area that needs healing or release. You can work with breath, energy clearing, or forgiveness rituals to liberate these stuck energies. Picture the block as a stone in a river. You're not trying to destroy the stone, you're redirecting the water around it until the stone is naturally lifted. And as those blocks dissolve, you'll feel an expansion of possibilities, and synchronicities will accelerate. One common misconception is that manifestation is entirely internal, that if you just think positive thoughts and vibrate higher, the universe will simply hand you your dreams. But the universe works through people, circumstances, and opportunities. So, while you're elevating your vibration, stay alert for inspired nudges. These might come as an inner whisper to reach out to someone, a sudden download of an idea, or a gut feeling to take a specific action. Inspired action bridges the invisible to the visible. When inner guidance meets outer action, miracles unfold. Let me share a quick story. There was a time when I was yearning for a deeper creative collaboration. I visualized it every day, feeling the excitement of shared passion. Yet months went by with no clear signs. Then, one morning, while sipping tea, I felt an unusual pull to pick up the phone and send a message to a former colleague I hadn't spoken to in years. Normally, I might have hesitated, but that inner nudge was persistent. So I reached out, casually asking how they were. That simple message blossomed into a conversation, an invitation to co-create. And today, that collaboration has become one of the most fulfilling chapters of my life. The synergy was already in motion. I just had to answer the call. If you've ever felt an inner nudge but hesitated, you're not alone. Fear and second guessing can be masterful distractions. Next time you feel that jolt of inspiration, treat it like a sacred appointment. Pause, honor it, and take a small step, even if it's just drafting an email or jotting down an idea. That moment of courage can ripple into unexpected opportunities. As you practice this dance of energetic alignment and inspired action, you'll notice that your life feels more alive. Each day brings new discoveries, relationships deepen, opportunities appear in surprising ways. Your inner world becomes richer, more nuanced, more connected to the pulse of creation. And that, dear friend, is the essence of spiritual awakening. It's waking up to the realization that you are something more than your personality. You are an infinite consciousness playing in the theater of form. We've covered the spiritual foundations, the secret pivot from resistance to clarity, the vision and feel practice, the importance of inspired action, and how to navigate blocks. Soon, I'll share one final ritual, an anchor to root your manifestations into everyday reality. A ritual so simple you might overlook it, yet so powerful that it cements your creative power. But before we get there, if this journey so far has sparked something within you, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss that final ritual and future wisdom that will elevate every aspect of your life. The final ritual is about integration. After you've done your visioning, your gratitude practice, and acted on inspired impulses, spend just a moment each evening reflecting on the day. Acknowledge every manifestation, no matter how small, a smile from a stranger, an idea that popped into your mind, an unexpected moment of joy. Write these down in a simple notebook, your manifestation log. Over time, you will revisit these entries and marvel at how faithfully the universe responds. This daily reflection anchors your manifestations, deepening your trust and faith in your own creative capacity. Here's why that reflection is so potent. It closes the loop. When you recognize a fulfilled desire, you're telling your subconscious, I see you. I see how this universe cooperates with me. That recognition broadcasts a clear message. Keep bringing more of this. The universe loves completion loops. It's how nature thrives. Seed becomes flower, flower becomes seed. By completing the loop with gratitude and acknowledgement, you maximize the fertility of your inner soil. So, tonight, before you drift into sleep, revisit one manifestation from today. It could be something as simple as the perfect song playing at the right moment or receiving a message that lifted your spirits. Write it down, feel the gratitude, close the loop. And if you would like to share one thing you're grateful for from today, comment below. This channel is a collective of co-creators, celebrating each small victory, each synchronicity, each miracle in our daily lives. Remember, you are the conscious creator of your reality. Every thought, every emotion, every inspired action is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. As you awaken to this truth, you step into an empowered dance with the universe. The art of creation is not reserved for a chosen few. It lives within you, right here, right now. If you've enjoyed this journey, help me grow this sacred community by hitting the like button one more time and sharing this video with a friend who's ready to awaken their creative power. Together, we raise the collective vibration and manifest a reality of unity, abundance, and joy. Thank you for joining me on this transformational adventure. May your manifestations be swift, your awakenings deep, and your life a masterpiece of your own divinely guided creation. See you in the next video, where we'll explore advanced techniques for sustaining high vibrational states, even in challenging times. Until then, keep shining, keep creating, and keep awakening.